time for some target practice. The real thing's coming soon. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Molotov! Run around! Took one out!
All stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized. Mark a drop point for your squad and hit the silk. Targets are up. Go take them down.
They tagged me! The squad mate has entered the gulag. They'll need to survive to redeploy. Move to the safe zone. You're losing ground. Move it.
So once again we're back at a game.
Squad mate has been cleared for redeployment.
So I think there's 11
Enemy
squads
UAV
alive
overhead.
and 30 people. So welcome to my stream, and I'm just here to document my gameplay and have some fun. Let's see how it goes. So in the last stream I was talking about 3 things. One is how the gameplay has improved in this new update. Then I was also talking about the do's and don'ts of Indian streamers
Finally,
who
back at full
are
strength.
not native English speakers, right? Oh, he got me.
Welcome to the gulag.
I was
Fight
also
for
talking about the
redeployment.
improvements made to the
The fight is
LTV
ready.
and the cargo. the cargo lorry. So in this stream, I do want to talk about consistency.
It's fight time. Almost your
So
turn,
consistency
soldier. Stand
is
by.
something I personally find a lot of challenges. Consistency could be
Success means redeployment. Failure
anywhere.
means
It can
elimination.
apply to any walks of life. Gaming, career, hobbies, social work, aspirations.
Target down. Stand by for redeployment. You earned it.
Consistency applies everywhere. In some cases, consistency is better than being smart. If you're not smart enough to achieve something, you just gotta be consistent. So we were talking about how we can achieve
Gas is
consistency,
inbound. Marking new safe zone.
right? So usually there's a cycle. When you're interested in something, you take some initiative and you get started with a lot of force. And a few days get by, and then you lose interest, and then you stop. So that is the cycle we are talking about. How do we break that cycle, right? And
It's all down to you now.
anyone if consistent can achieve great things. That's what I believe in. But how do you be consistent, right? It's easy to just say you gotta be consistent. But do you know
Gas
that
is inbound.
it's the hardest part of being successful in something is being consistent. So what am I trying to convey is, are there anything which we can do, right, to not break the cycle, the vicious cycle of starting something and being excited, and then as time goes by forgetting about it?
I'm getting stitched up.
How do you break that cycle, right? So how we can probably look at it is by first of all understanding
25 remain.
what are the different
Speed is only a
stages of being consistent, right? So while the next map loads, if you can understand the different stages, right, it'll be easier for you to figure out what's that formula for you to be consistent at doing something. And this is something I figured out after a lot of experience and a lot of reading and a lot of personal experiences. So most of us have this habit of liking new shiny things. You see something new, you see some new game, you see some new what do you say, initiative, some new um, hobby, a new job,
Ruck up. You're headed to the war zone.
you become really excited in the beginning. So the life cycle of that is first you see the
Enemy
shiny
soldier
object,
incoming.
and then you get excited, and then you have something called uninformed optimism, right? You're really you're really what do you say?
All stations, we are green to go. Stand by for deployment.
Optimistic about something without being uninformed, and then it moves to the next stage. That is, you get going, you keep going with the same rigor and the same, optimism, and then when reality hits,
Battle Royale.
you have this informed pessimism, right? So we spoke about uninformed optimism and informed pessimism once the reality sets in. By intervening this in this cycle,
Your objective simple.
we
Eliminate all bounty
may have a
targets.
code of tracking how to be consistent in being successful at anything, right? So if you're able to understand this cycle of a shiny object, interest, uninformed optimism, and then informed pessimism followed by end of that ordeal, you'll be able to unlock the most sacred key of being consistent. And consistency is the key to all your ambitions. It is the secret of success. It is the textbook secret of success. So what I feel is if you're able to take action by being very informed in the beginning, right? Being very thorough in understanding what it is, what is this new ordeal about, what are the different things you got to be looking out
Be
for.
advised, there's an enemy squad gunning for you.
So we got to focus on moving this uninformed optimism to an informed optimism. So that is very important in
Enemy dropping into the
forging
AO.
a secret of being consistent in anything. So if you're able to convert your uninformed optimism to informed optimism, you'll be able to find out what's the ground reality. Whether you really want it,
Be
whether you
advised,
really
still have squad mates
be
outside the
interested,
safe zone.
whether it's something you can achieve, whether it is in your reach, right? So step one of learning to master the art of being consistent in anything you do is to be informed about your optimism at that particular ordeal. So, stage 1, you see something really interesting, you get interested about it. Stage 2, you feel optimistic, you want to take it up. So I'm stating that in this particular situation, be informed about what you're getting yourself into. Research thoroughly whether this ordeal is something that
Bounty target's gone dark. We lost the
will,
contract.
be good for you. Whether it's something which you can achieve, right? Research all ground realities and case studies and success stories, and more importantly, the people who have failed in those things. So convert your uninformed optimism to an informed optimism. This is one of the major secret of being consistent in anything you take up. It could be a new skill, it could be a new position at work, it could be a new hobby, it could be a new venture, new social media, influencing, gaming, streaming, it could be anything. If you're able to convert your uninformed optimism to a realistic, informed optimism, you are absolutely on track to being consistent. And then I spoke about, the life cycle of an
The enemy lost track of you.
person
Good
who is
work
taking
down
up a
there.
new hobby or a new thing and then losing the consistency streak, right? So the second
Enemy
half of it
UAV is
is
online.
the losing interest part. So that is called informed pessimism. So when you get hands dirty and when the ground reality sets in, you sort of get going with it, and at one point of time understand the ground reality of it, and you start having this informed pessimism. So if you're able to be on track
Gas is moving in.
in the
New
beginning
safe zone
by
located.
doing a thorough research about how great that is and how easy or how interesting would it be in the long run, what's the reality of that. So your informed optimism will help you prevent your uninformed pessimism. That's where I'm getting at. And also focusing on being perfectionism and anything, it's just not gonna work. The other day I was reading
Squad mates in the gulag. If they survive, they redeploy.
about ground reality of how people who are very perfect or aim for perfectionism are less successful than people who
Squad mate
get started.
redeploying to the AO.
So first thing is have an informed optimism. Second is don't be a perfectionist. Just go with the flow and start small. And third is take baby steps, right?
Get your squad to the safe zone.
If you
Leave
are
no
not
one
able to
behind.
move forward on a great ordeal, try to aim for baby steps. 1% better every day, right? Or 0.5% better every day. That's way better than quitting. Way better than aiming for something you cannot achieve. I think in Europe they say, do not try to boil the ocean. Something like that. So informed optimism and not chasing perfectionism and 1% every day. These are the things that
Enemy soldier incoming.
will help you achieve the consistency you need in anything. Be it your business, be it your career, be it your hobby, be it any damn ordeal. You gotta technically handle. If you're just trying to randomly tell yourself from now on I'll be consistent and all that, may or may not work. But if you attack it through some technicalities, then there's a good chance you will make it. That's what I'm trying to elaborate. And that's what helps me as well, personally and professionally. Also, there's a very important aspect of being consistent.
Gas is closing closing in.
That is,
Relocating safe zone.
you gotta be educated
No more
about
fighting in the gulag.
any news or any topic revolving that domain. In the beginning, you do a lot of research, and then it shouldn't be like after you lose interest, you just forget about it. You should do a lot of continued study, continued watching
Loadout drop headed your way.
those similar topics, similar videos, similar news, similar articles. That will help you
Hostile
in your
UAV in the
journey of being
area.
consistent. In the beginning, you do a lot of research, a lot of deep dive, and then once you lose interest, slowly you stop bothering about it. That shouldn't be the case. You should continue with your research, continue with your, education,
Down to 10. Win this
and
thing.
that
You're
will
the last
help
of your
you,
squad. Finish this.
with your consistency and your journey in the domain.
Take cover! ¡Incoming! ¡Ay, chingada madre!
Getting chased by the squad.
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone.
It's time to find a way out. I think I'm very exposed.
Gas is moving.
Let me go inside. Okay, calm down just again.
Your squad's in the top 5.
Let me go up. I think if I line them up, if it's a squad, it will work. But if I try to take them on without proper strategy,
Finish your mission. Take them down. You've got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
come out wherever you are. Ooh, that was good.
Five still standing. Next time we'll take that victory.
Oof,
You lost that one.
very close. Malik Dahul. Props to you, man. Good one. Good one. that was an intense last minute.